What's up guys, Aaron here from Bikeman Performance, and we are out at our secret undisclosed test location, track, whatnot. Filling up the water truck because we're going to dump some water on the track and then rip some razors. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Okay, so this is a beautiful day for testing razors. We're gonna be out here testing our different stages of clutch kits. I'm gonna give you guys a taste of what the Big Mo muffler sounds like on the new Pro XP. Give me some revs. So we'll see how that all turns out today. And let's get in and talk to Joey.
Joey's Troop here at Bikeman Performance. Today we're going to tell you how do we come up with our clutch kits. So we just have a vast array of clutching components and we will mix and match every different possibility until we can get you the best kit possible. Clutching is a delicate balance between the primary squeezing and the secondary resisting the upshift. So we try to maximize that efficiency. Just because two different clutch kits are running at the same RPM doesn't mean they're getting the same amount of engine power to the ground. So first thing we do is we take apart all the stock components. You'll see them all right here. So we have the stock weights, the stock spring. We'll check the poundage of the spring, how much weight the weight weighs, and then we'll compare that center mass to what we want to design our clutch weight to. And then we'll come up with some spring renditions we want to try. We'll put all those components in a clutch, and then we put it in another razor. We run side by side to measure the gains or losses against stock, and we just keep refining that until we're gaining. Even if we're gaining a little bit, we're gaining, and we'll just keep making little gains, little gains, little gains until you pile up all those little gains, and it's a huge gain. All right, so first thing we have in the clutching equation is the primary spring. This affects your engagement and has a little bit to do with your upshift and shift RPM. So when that weight's flinging out, the primary spring goes right in here and it resists it. So the stiffer the spring, the lighter it makes the weight act, and the more it returns it back to its original position. Everybody's familiar with a primary clutch spring, and you'll notice that some of these springs are stiff, some of these springs are light. Now, you can have a stiff spring with heavy weights, and you can have a light spring with light weights, and they do different things. So we'll make sure that we try every different possibility to see what this machine is going to like. Second thing in the equation is your primary weight. This has a huge effect on your final shift RPM. So when you hit the gas, what RPM your machine comes up to before it starts upshifting. The primary weight runs on a roller inside here. So as this flings out, it's going to push this down so it engages that together. The heavier the weight, the faster the upshift. Good clutch weight has lots of adjustability. As you can see on this one, we have two barrels of set screws going down it. We call this one the double barrel. You can see we have different holes in here. These holes and the whole profile of this is so we can have our center of mass in the right point to get the right upshift characteristics. The third thing in the equation is the Helix. This changes how fast your machine upshifts and how much squeeze is on your belt. You can see the Helix is right inside of here, and you'll notice that the sheave will spin as it goes down. So as it comes up, see the bottom sheave spin? And what happens is, when this opens up, for the clutch to upshift, I'm holding this one stationary. This inner sheave has to move backwards. So the shallower the Helix, the more this has to turn against the direction the belt's pulling it. So a shallower Helix holds more squeeze on that belt. Now Helixes, you'll notice when you look at a Helix, there might be one angle, there might be two angles. Like this one here, this one's a 3844. That first angle is the angle of it at the beginning. So how much resistance to upshift and how tight it's squeezing during the first part of the shift. And the second angle would be more towards your higher mile an hour. So when you see two angles, the first one is the beginning of your thing, about your, the first half of your drive. and you know, the second angle is, you know, higher mile an hour. Now, steeper isn't always better, shallower isn't always better. It's all part of that sweet spot that you need to be. That combined with the spring creates how fast your machine's gonna upshift and how fast it's gonna backshift. Last but not least, we have the secondary spring. That secondary spring, when you let off, is what's working the belt when there's no load on it. So the spring will have a little bit of effect on the squeeze wall, on the upshift, but the most effect the secondary spring has is on the backshift. Secondary spring, you can see these are usually quite a bit softer, and the function of this is when you let off the gas and there's no spring pressure trying to force the upshift, it'll control how fast your clutch backshifts. So what you need to take out of this is you need a primary spring that works correctly with your primary weights, that works correctly with your Helix, that works correctly with your secondary spring, because if any one of these is off, the clutch kit isn't gonna work. And when you get a clutch kit from us, everything is designed to work together and it's gonna perform right like it should. All right, so now we got a clutch spring that's working. We have weights that are working. We're gonna go out, make a few changes to it and see if we can get it dialed in even better. And the last step of the equation, we slap on the cyclone cover, reduces weight, increases airflow, and the only side effect you're gonna notice, your wallet's gonna be heavier because you're not buying belts anymore. So as you can see, we have a stock Polaris, we have a Bikeman tuned one. Let's take these things out to test.
Time to go in.
All right, so now after all this rigorous testing, we have a clutch kit that we know is going to be the best you can get, and it's going to get the most power your engine's making to the ground. All of our components are engineered to work together, so when you get a clutch kit, exhaust, tune, it's all going to give you the most you can, and you are going to annihilate that stock machine. So that's a brief view on how we do our clutch kits, a little bit about engine tuning, and if you like this, make sure you check out all our stuff at bikemanperformance.com.
Dance, monkey, dance!
Woo!
Alright, ready to go. So why the hell did you put a Ranger can on a Pro XP?
Oh, we're just trying to make it a little less raspy.
What's the point of that? No one can hear you coming. Look. All right, go for it.